Well, I'm Vortex. Welcome to the review of the KZ ZS10 Pros in this purple colour. Very nice looking. But I'll get to that in a second. Here's what they come in. Mine is the version with the mic. And it says impedance of 30 ohms and a sensitivity of 111 decibels. So these should be they are very easy to power. Kind of normal KZ box, microphone version, blah 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 blah, the usual information. Even got a website, QC passed. Good sign. So I'll put these out the way for a second. See what this is what you get in the box. I've used a separate wire, but I'll show that in a second. Obviously they'd come in here. Move out the way. I'll through them in a second. Just a warranty card, nothing special. Kind of generic KZ user guide. You can see all that, so you can always pause it. All in English. I need to read that. Then next, and if you've noticed, it comes with these type of tips. Normally with the KZ you get just the starline tips as they're called. Let's have a look. These should be, you can see in there, these should be the 6 generic KZ tips. Here we go. Yeah, so the finish kind of soft, because sometimes some of these can be they can be more rigid, which is good or bad. There's 6 or 2 for small, 2 for medium, 2 for large. I tend to use mediums, but because it comes with these type of tips, I was quite happy with those. So much stuff. Move them out of the way. Now this is the cable. This is the cable with the mic. So, right angle connector. KZ. Bit of Type C. Ends. No metal memory wire, so way better than they used to be. Might be able to just see, yeah, just see the R and obviously L for the other one. Not a bad cable, but I use the KZ silver Type C cable, which I'll show you in a second, which is obviously bought separately, but not too rigid, not too soft, not too bad. I like them. Microphone, average quality. I've used this for one call, one button, which is play and pause. Not too bad. It's kind of long between the Y split. a better look. Kind of long, and there's a Y split just there. Now what you really want to see, this is the KZ silver cable, exactly the same thing really. It should say just CR on there. Camera can catch it, there we go. That's what I use for my testing because it's not a microphone and the cable's a bit softer. That's what I used. I recommend that cable. See, problem with these fingerprint magnet, but it buffs off easy if you've got a cloth. Yeah, that's one con with these. Fingerprint magnet. Very nice looking. Probably one of the best looking KZs to date. Probably then followed by, yeah, probably KZ AS16s first. Probably then followed by these. But I don't own the AS16s in the flesh, so, but great looking. As you see, Type C connector. Probably the most comfortable KZs, with the CCA C10s and the KZ ZS10 Pros, the most comfortable ones I've had from KZ and CCA, as they are the same brand or sister company, something like that. So how does it sound? Lows. Let's take one of the tips off. Just see right by my right thumb, you can just see the armature right there. There you go. And this side by my right thumb, there's two armatures. If you can just make it out, just right there. And then there's one armature in the nozzle. You might be able to see it. And then you get the big dynamic. But yet the lows on this they're not overpowering, and the bass is really controlled. That new dynamic is pretty impressive, to be honest. I like it. It's probably one of the best things KZ have done. It's gone to that new type of dynamic. Good mids, good mid bass, good sub bass. Not overpowering, not too much, not too little. Good stuff. Pretty impressed. Mids. The mids they're not recessed. What's the best way to describe it? They're not overly done and they're not recessed. Quite a good balance. They're not analytical, but pretty impressive. For the price point, every time they do a new model, they always seem to get better. There you go. Stunning hi-fi configuration. There you go. And yeah, these new type of tips pretty good. But yeah, and the highs, they've got the best, I think the best instrument separation of all the KZs that I've listened to personally. But there's always a but. They can be a bit bright. They're a bit bright sounding. They can be sibilant on a couple of tracks. Let's wipe these off. They can be bright, which is good or bad depending on the outcome. They can be a little bit sibilant, like I said. I like these. It just depends on the tracks and on the recording quality, but say in the flesh they look really really good. Nice. Type C, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It's just their new standard. They seem to be getting rid of Type A connectors. But yeah, so quick summary. Really comfortable. Now you get 8 tips, 6 of the star lines, 2 of this kind of generic looking, but still pretty good. Treble, elevated, can be sibilant, depends on the track. Very, very good instrument separation. Very good micro details, mids detailed, not really recessed. Mid bass, sub bass there, not overpowering. Good stuff. They get a recommendation from me, definitely. And soon I will be reviewing these. It's brothers. Same colour. Ooh, so similar. Ooh. But yeah, the CCA C10s, exactly the same drive layout. Well, same drivers, the layout's a little bit different and the tuning's a bit different. But yeah. These will be out on another review soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.